Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. It's May 27th. We're going to review SPY, technical analysis, some of the 0-day options I took today. The long weekend, I missed you guys last, Thursday, Friday. I had company in town and really wasn't trading. I did get on it for a little bit, but that's why I didn't give any reviews. Those days weren't good for me. I got on and thought I was seeing the right structure and the right channels and just wasn't. So accuracy. And then also we had the IV bumped up on whichever day it was after that sell-off. And with the higher IV, you got to just be more careful. And yeah, so those are not good days. Accuracy is low and confidence is low, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, I'll review today. Wasn't here for the morning, but got in at 10:30, so right around here. Started charting in some lines. Had a big gap up. Nothing like a gap up after a long weekend to just get retail to FOMO in and short it. And short it they did, most likely, with why this price action just keeps grinding up and grabbing all their liquidity. Gap trap, that is oftentimes the case. So that's what we had here. Just kind of a melty, grindy day. Really ugly for trading options unless you're selling them. Buying them 0 days is just, I'm not there yet. But it's, maybe the morning I could have caught this, but realistically, I don't see a whole lot there that I would have jumped in on. So futures today would have been probably the key. But yeah, there was one entry up here, but never really had a nice inverse head and shoulder to get into this thing. Nothing that I liked. The pullbacks were all pretty, let me turn down touch. Pullbacks were all pretty meaningless, so you just kind of take it on breaks of channels because we're kind of floating up in a kind of no man's land range up here. So this white, as you can see, building liquidity for the bulls. Broke it here, retested, and then went. So potentially that was a trade on this little, say, inverse head. You call this shoulder, and then a shoulder grab there. But again, very, very weak pullback. Did it again here, a little cleaner, but as far as head and shoulders go, it was not really there. That's more of just taking the channel breaks. And then you never know when this candle is going to come up. So that's kind of the tricky thing too, because holding 0 days through this grind it's a grind. Yeah, this one, nice little spike volatility with volume. But other than that, this was a very melty day. So I didn't trade anywhere in here, actually. I didn't trade until end of day. Yeah, there were a couple of red trades, unfortunately. I'll show you what they were. I didn't trade in the last 10 minutes, thankfully, because it was also just a chop and a wedge. I bought calls at 310. Let's see if I have more. It's right here. After it broke this white, just like it done here and here. Little inverse head and shoulder. Here's your head, here's your shoulder. So broke the white. Actually got it on a retrace right here on that candle. So I was happy with the entry. Just wasn't happening. So yeah, got in on this candle somewhere. Came down. I'm trying to think, where did I even stop on this thing? 14. Yeah, so stopped on this candle on the retrace after it broke my green there. Which was drawn, where was that originated from? Right here, this support, this kind of mellow buying channel right here. So that was my stop on that guy. And then I jumped into puts at 318 right here, because then I had made the head and shoulders. So the inflection point, as you can see, it's either a breakout or catching the top or bottom. In this case, I was trying to get the breakout on the upside, and then, which failed. So then I was going for the downside, basically, because the little head and shoulders, and it failed to the upside. So, but market was still in a wedge and decided not to break out and just theta farm all of us into end of day after a long weekend, and we're all FOMO'd and all pent up demand from trading all weekend and no Monday to trade. Yeah, that's what you get. So jump back in here on puts 318 and sold them at 324. So 318. Held these ones pretty far. It's a little smaller position. Sold them there. Yeah, sure. It was right at the high, which I just started charting all sorts of stuff to see if there was something going on, but realistically, it was just a big wedge. So this one could have worked out, but yeah, I was over it. I was looking for a last 10-minute move. Didn't end up happening. I'm glad I didn't try and force it because it did look like a head. He had a nice shoulder here. Came up, started to grab it, then failed. And then on the 10-minute, yeah, here's the 10-minute right here. So did end up moving up to the upside a little bit, but nothing that I'm feeling FOMO about, thankfully. I did actually do a nice GME trade last week, which I'm not really going to cover, but just a little swing trade on some calls. And yeah, so that helps confidence a little bit, but yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. Here's the trades. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, flat my account pretty bad. That higher IV, you know, you're down 20-25% on 0 days and sometimes seconds. So especially towards the end of the day. Anyways, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money Sticks round. Need to get a nice couple green days. Last week I was being greedy. I don't know why. I wanted my first profit target to hit. I didn't want to take profits when I was green, but I hadn't hit my profit targets, and not sure why, but I think that's what's going on. I did one, and then it's like for my other ones out of the 3, I'll only take profits on 1, and it's so small, and then the other 2 I'm fighting to try and get to profit target. If I have a good entry, I can be wrong about the trade and still be profitable, and that's what I'm not doing. I have a good entry and it'll go green a bit, and I can do a break-even stop and take some profit, but just, yeah. So, need to just get some base hits under the belt. Thanks, guys. See you on Discord. Peace out.